So today we are going to continue on chapter 6. Okay, so that is where we stopped before the examination. Okay, so that should be, so I will start from page 6.16. Okay, so that is the second section of chapter 6. And then for the first section, what we have learned is was only about the division algorithm. Okay, so but we are going to use the division algorithm to derive the new knowledge. Okay, so let us just do a little revision on what we have learned. Okay, in the first part of chapter 6. Okay, so that is the division algorithm. Okay, so when we have a division， 嗱呢一個咧，可能有啲同學咧，即係有啲忽視咗嘅，以往都係嘅。OK， 就係即係我哋譬如呢一課裏邊啊，呢一課裏邊嘅基本上所有嘢咧，都係 start with 一個除法，一個 division 咁樣嘅。OK， 咁有陣時咧會係即係一條題目裏邊會係同時間有兩個除法。OK， 咩為之 start with 一個除法咧？一個除法就係有一個 dividend， 有一個 divisor。OK， 跟住就會出一個 quotient 同埋 remainder 咁樣四樣嘢。OK， 我哋係 start with 咁樣為之一個 division。OK， 一個除法。呢一樣嘢咧，去到一啲 multiple choice questions 嘅時候咧，我哋會特別會留意呢啲嘢嘅。即係講真，你留意到呢樣嘢咧，唔會令到你列到咩式出嚟，唔會令到你計到啲咩數出嚟嘅。但係你要分清楚邊啲資料係屬於同一個 division， 邊啲資料係屬於另一個 division 咁樣樣。OK， 得唔得？一個 division 係有四樣嘢 ，start with 個 dividend 即係被除數啦。divisor 除數，起碼要有呢兩樣嘢先嘅，得唔得？跟住計完之後，譬如計完個直式之後咧，我哋就會出到個 quotient 同埋個 remainder， 即係個雙數同埋個餘數啦。OK， 然之後咧，我哋就會可以楞翻埋一齊嘅呢四樣嘢，就係以下呢一個所謂嘅 division algorithm， 就係 dividend is identical to divisor times quotient plus remainder. Okay, so we can set up an equation like this by using the division algorithm. Okay, this is what we have learned in the first part of chapter 6. Today, in the second part and in the third part, in the later part of chapter 6, we will focus on one special type of division. Okay, that is the divisor is a degree 1 polynomial. Okay, degree 1， 即係咧係 highest degree of x, highest power of x is 1。I mean the divisor。OK， 嗱我講乜即係好似一個 summary 咁樣打咗先啊。OK， from now on。Okay, so that is the second part of chapter 6. We will only consider divisor of degree 1. Okay, so that is highest power of x is 1. Okay, divisor 記住啊，係個除數，得唔得？好啦，咁但係咧，如果 divisor of degree 1會係咩樣啦 ？divisor of degree 1. What is the face? What is the look of a divisor of degree 1? Okay, the most simple one should be just like this: x minus number or x plus number. OK， 咁我哋通常會用減嘅，咁陣間你就知點解會係減噶啦。但係咧，其實冇乜所謂嘅，即係你用加或者用減咧都冇乜所謂嘅。This is the first type. Sorry， 撳錯仔。First type. Okay, and then the second type is like this mx minus n. It is also degree 1, right？嗱，呢個咧只不過咧係嗰個 x 嘅 coefficient 係一定係唔係一嘅分別。咁基本上咧，如果你數學叻啲嘅話咧，你都應該要感覺到呢兩個咧其實都係冇分別嘅。只不過咧，如果你個 m 係一嘅話咧，咪就係變翻上面嗰個咯。OK， 如果嗰個 m 唔係一嘅話咧，咁咪下邊即係一定要係下邊呢個形式咯。OK， 好啦，咁但係咧，我哋都會用一個簡單啲嘅，即係上面嗰個咧就係一個 special case 嚟嘅。如果個 m 係一嘅話咧，會係點樣樣咧？咁樣樣，好啦，我哋而家咧嚟緊咧所謂嘅嗱呢一個 chapter 呢個 section 嘅 topic 叫 remainder theorem 啦。OK， 點解會講埋個名咧？因為咧 remainder theorem 顧名思義就係我哋淨係 care 個 remainder 喺一個 division 裏邊。OK， in a division we only care about the remainder。OK， 好啦，即係咩意思咧？即係唔 care 邊一個咧？你要即刻諗喎，唔 care 邊一個咧？我先話啦，喺一個 division 裏邊，我哋首先要有啲咩話？要有個 dividend，sorry， 要有個 dividend。OK， 要有個 divisor， 係嘛 ？OK， 跟住我哋就可以計個 quotient 同埋個 remainder 出嚟啦。咁呢兩個一定要有嘅。但係我哋而家咧喺呢個 remainder theorem 裏邊，呢個 remainder theorem 裏邊，我哋只係 care about the remainder，which means that we do not care about the quotient。OK， 我哋唔感興趣對個 quotient 係啲乜嘢嘢，得唔得 ？OK， 但係佢都有喺度嘅，但係只不過咧佢乜都好咧，我哋都唔 care 咁解，得唔得？好啦。咁咧，如果你有印象嘅話咧，即係我教呢一課一開頭嘅時候咧，我教咗大家好多啲即係關於 degree 嘅嘢嘅，關於 degree 嘅嘢嘅。OK， 咁我呢度咧唔再多講一次啦。如果個 divisor 嘅 degree 係 degree 1嘅話咧，會影響到邊一樣嘢嘅 degree 咧？就係個 remainder 嘅 degree。remainder，the degree of remainder should be 1 less than the degree of the divisor, which means that the degree of the remainder should be 0. Okay, but what is a remainder of degree 0? Degree 0即係咩意思咧 ？Degree 0即係就咁一個數字，冇 x 嘅，得唔得 ？Okay, the degree of x, okay, degree of x is 0.Which means that it is a constant term. Okay, constant term. So the remainder is a constant. Okay, is a constant. So normally we will denote the remainder by capital R. Can you get this? OK， 好啦，咁而家嚟講咧，即係點樣樣咧？我有啲咩結論咧？而家呢刻就係咧，如果我哋寫翻呢個division algorithm 出嚟嘅話咧，個 dividend will be equal to the divisor. Divisor is x minus a, and then times the quotient. The quotient is I don't care. Okay, and then plus the remainder. The remainder is just a constant. Okay, and I will denote it by r. 得唔得？好啦，通常咧嗰個 dividend 咧，佢就會俾咗你嘅。會俾咗佢咧係一個 f(x) 嚟嘅 ，OK， 一個 f(x)， 即係如果佢俾嗰個 dividend 係一個 function， 一個 polynomial function f(x) 嘅話咧，你就會有以下呢樣嘢嘅咯喎 ，OK，so if the dividend is f(x), 等陣啊，我就咁樣啦 ，it's f(x), then the division algorithm becomes f(x) is identical to x minus a times quotient and then plus remainder r. Can you get this? 得唔得？咁到時題目嘅時候咧，佢就會俾埋個 f(x) 嗰條公式嚟嘅。 咁你就可以計數噶啦，唔係就咁一個 f(x) 咁樣。OK， 好啦，跟住我哋要計啲咩咧？其實我哋咧係想揾個 remainder。OK，if we want to find the remainder only, we do not care about the quotient. We do not care about the quotient. We want to find the remainder. We want to find the R, okay, only in this question. Then we may substitute a number into this identity. Because this is an identity, I can substitute any number into x such that the left-hand side will be equal to the right-hand side. 嗱 ，identity 恒等式就係有呢個特性嘅。你10個 x 咧係乜嘢數字入去都好 ，OK， 左手邊都會等於右手邊嘅。OK， 如果普通一條等式嘅話咧，兩或等於嗰啲等式嘅話咧，就做唔到呢樣嘢喎。我哋就要 solve 咗佢，睇下 x 咧要係某一個數先可以符合到呢個 equation。但係如果佢係一條恒等式，三或等於嗰啲 identity 嚟嘅，咁嘅時候咧，你就塞 x 等於乜嘢數入去咧，佢都會變成一條等式嘅，左手邊等於右手邊嘅。OK， 好啦，咁我哋而家咧塞個乜嘢數入去 x 係最正咧？咁如果你心水清嘅話咧，我哋應該係咁樣，x 等於 a。We want to put x equals a into this identity. Okay, left hand side becomes fa. Right hand side becomes a minus a times quotient. And plus remainder. 咁你而家睇到點解我要 put 個 x 等於 a 啦，係嘛？因為頭先講咗好多次啦，我哋唔 care 嗰個就係 quotient， 我哋 care 嗰個就係個 r。我哋想揾 r， 但係我唔想見到 quotient。我唔想見到 quotient 就要令到 quotient 消失。點樣可以令到 quotient 消失咧？就係乘個零俾佢啦。OK， 如果我哋可以乘個零俾個 quotient 嘅話咧，我哋就可以令到個 quotient 就係消失咗啦。咁本身個 quotient 係咪楞住 x 減 a 㗎？我哋而家將個 x 咧 put 咗個 a 落去嘅時候咧，咪變咗 a 減 a 啦。咁即係變咗零咯。咁即係其實咧 f(a) will be equal to 0 plus r or just r. Okay, which means that the remainder is calculated by fa. Okay, so this one is the remainder. Remainder is equal to fa. OK， 得唔得？即係話咧，題目如果俾咗個 dividend， 俾咗個 divisor 我哋，淨係想揾個 remainder， 唔需要知道個 quotient 嘅話咧，我哋唔需要用 long division， 又唔需要用嗰啲 division algorithm 去到列式啦。我哋咧只係代一個數入去個 f(x), 即係個 dividend 嗰度啊。OK， 代個數入去，咁就可以計到個 remainder 出嚟噶啦。但係嗰個數係咩數嚟嘅咧？嗰個數咧就係要係個 divisor。OK，divisor 等於零嘅時候，我哋要令佢等於零，個 x 要 put 咩數咧？咁樣。OK， 所以咧你要喺個 draft 嗰度咧，你喺個 draft 嗰度就要 put 個就 put 個 x minus a to be 0, and then calculate the value of x. Okay, like this. And when you got the value of x, a, and this is the number you need to put into the function, okay, fx. This is the number you need to put into the fx to calculate the remainder. That is how we can use, this is so-called the remainder theorem. OK， 就係 put 一個數入去 fx 嗰度，就係計個餘數出嚟，就係咁樣樣啦。OK， 點樣計 put 咩數入去咧？就係將個 divisor 等於零，計個 x 出嚟，計到 x 出嚟嗰個數咧，就係要 put 入去 fx 嗰度，去到計個答案，即係個 remainder 啦，得唔得？好，我哋睇一條 example 啊。呢個就係所謂嘅 remainder theorem 啦。OK， 佢一次過講埋呢一度嘅話咧，好咁啊咁樣。如果今次咧，即係第二個 mx， 即係第二種啦，係more general。If the divisor is mx minus n，OK，mx minus n， this time if the divisor is mx minus n, okay, then the division algorithm becomes dividend is equal to mx minus n times quotient plus remainder. The remainder is still equal to a constant, okay, just a number because the degree of the divisor is still equal to 1, okay。好啦，嗱，跟住如果咁嘅話咧，又係啦，如果if the dividend is fx, okay, then the division algorithm becomes fx is identical to mx minus n times quotient and then plus remainder. Can you get this? 咁又係啦，當我哋想要揾個 remainder，唔 care 個 quotient，淨係想揾 remainder 嘅時候咧，我哋就可以咧代一個數入去個 x 嗰度，令到個 mx 減 n 變成零。點解要令到佢變成零咧？因為佢楞住個 quotient，我要整走個 quotient，所以咧我哋嘅目的咧就要喺個 draft 嗰度去計一計啦。OK， 就係要 put 個 mx minus n to be 0。And then mx is equal to n, and x is equal to n over m, right? Okay, and this n over m will be the number that we need to put into the function fx to calculate in order to calculate the remainder. Okay, so when you put x equals n over m, then this becomes f n over m is equal to m times n over m minus n times quotient plus remainder. But the m and m are cancelled by each other, and then n minus n are cancelled by each other, which means that what is remaining is f of n over m is equal to 0 plus r, which means that the remainder is just equal to f of n over m. Okay, this is how we can calculate the remainder like this. OK， 咁又係啦，頭先講咗好多次啦，我哋要做嘅嘢就係要 put 入去呢一個度，得唔得？我哋計 remainder。嗱，上面嗰啲唔使記㗎，得唔得？上面呢一紮咧，呢一紮我係解釋俾你聽嘅啫，呢一紮我係解釋俾你聽嘅，呢啲唔使記嘅，到時都唔使做嘅。咁 OK， 咁跟住呢啲都係，睇先啊，呢啲完全咧係唔需要記嘅。即係唔使寫出嚟，我意思，你要明，你明咗嘅話咧，嗱講真都唔係好難明嘅啫呢度。OK， 你明咗嘅話咧，你如果第時有啲花神嘢嘅話咧，你就去翻呢啲我 proof 俾你睇，證明俾你睇嘅呢啲 step 裏邊咧，去到慢慢再自己砌翻出嚟。但係如果普通一啲嘅書嘅題目嘅話咧，甚至乎考試測驗嘅題目嘅話咧，佢就係叫你計個 remainder 嘅話咧。我哋就只需要知道 remainder 係等於塞一個數入去個 fx 嗰度，嗰個數係點出嚟㗎？就係呢一度出嚟嘅。OK，put 個 divisor 等於0，計個 x 嗰個數咧就係塞入去，令到我哋計到 remainder 個數啦。OK， 好啦，咁真係咧去到睇下 example 咯。Example 8。一齊睇睇下。嗱，頭先理論部分就已經完咗㗎啦，咁我哋實戰部分咯噃。Example 8. Find the remainder when this is divided by each of the following divisors。好啦，嗱，我哋先認到邊一個係 dividend， 邊一個 divisor 先。咁都好明顯啦，係嘛 ？x 減2就係 divisor， 咁即係咧，而家 x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1 should be the dividend。OK， 咁我哋咧做一樣嘢先，我哋就係 let fx be the dividend x cube minus 2x square plus x plus 1。OK， 得唔得？好啦，咁跟住咧 part A，when 即係 when f(x) is divided by x minus 2。OK， 呢一個係咪？咁我哋想揾嘅咧就係佢想揾咩啊 ？Find the remainder 係嘛？嗱，而家咧 x cube 減 2x square 加 x 加1就係個 dividend 被除數 ，x minus 2 is the divisor. I want to find the remainder. So where is the quotient? I don't care. Okay, so we are going to use the remainder theorem. Okay, remainder theorem to calculate the remainder. Can you see this? So the remainder is just equal to f number. Okay, but f what number? What number? We are going to, so this is the draft. Okay, we're going to put the divisor to be 0 and calculate the value of x. So x is equal to 2. Okay, and this number, the 2, will be the number we need to substitute into the function. Okay, to calculate the remainder. So that is here. Remainder is equal to f2. Can you get this? But what is f2? What is the function fx? We have the formula, right? Fx is x cubed minus 2x squared plus x plus 1. So f2 should be 2 cubed minus 2 times 2 squared plus 2 plus 1. Okay? And that should be equal to 3. And that is the answer. 搞掂，得唔得？呢個就答咗題㗎啦，個 remainder 係咁樣㗎啦。你甚至乎呢一紮嘢都唔使寫㗎嚇。OK 得唔得？即係咧，你淨係要寫邊啲啊？淨係要寫呢一度嘅啫。同埋記得你用咗 f(x) 嘅話咧，用咗 f2嘅話咧，一定要 let 到 f(x) 嘅，得唔得？呢度你唔好慳呢一句，唔好慳 let f(x) 呢一句，得唔得？因為咧通常都會有用嘅。如果你之後啲長題目嘅話 ，OK。How about part B？ Part B. This time when f(x) is divided by 2x plus 1。OK， 今次即係個 divisor 就係 2x plus 1啦，係嘛？咁我哋個remainder is equal to f number. Again, f number. What number should I substitute into the fx? We need to do it in the draft. Okay, we need to put the divisor 2x plus 1 to be 0 and then calculate the value of x. So 2x is equal to -1 and x is equal to -1 over 2. Okay, and this -1 over 2 should be the number that we need to put into the fx to calculate the remainder, like this. Okay, so the remainder is calculated by f -1 over 2, but we have the formula of fx, so that should be equal to -1 over 2 cubed and then minus 2 times -1 over 2 square, and then plus -1 over 2 plus 1. Okay, and then you just use the calculator and you can find the answer. And that should be equal to, yes, -1 over 8. And that is the answer for part B. 好，得唔得？嗱，記得個 remainder 咧，唔一定係整數嚟嘅喎。OK， 小心啲係嘛？可以係分數，亦都可以係負數嚟嘅咯。而家 OK， 如果佢係一啲所謂嘅 polynomial division 嘅話咧，一啲有 x 嘅除法嘅話咧，就唔一定除到一個整數出嚟㗎啦，可以係小數、分數或者係負數都得嘅咁樣樣。OK， 得唔得？OK， so I would like you to do the instant drill number 8 now。OK， 今日唔使交去 Math App 嗰度，因為我都仲係有少少問題嗰個 Math App。So please try to do the instant drill number 8. Give you 2 minutes. We done? So this one is actually very straightforward. Okay, so if you just remember the steps of remainder theorem, then you can do this very easily. Well, in fact, I think this topic is the easiest topic in the DSE curriculum。成個 DSE，我覺得呢一課咧應該會係最淺最簡單嘅啦，得唔得 ？OK，咁啊睇下大家掌唔掌握到啦。OK， do you have any problems up to now? Okay, for instance, rule number 8， 記得呢個除 x 減3同埋除 3x 加1嘅意思，即係話 x 減3就係 divisor of 呢一個 division，3x 加1就係 divisor of 呢一個 division。OK， 而家就係要揾 remainder， 即係唔 care quotient， 所以我哋直接用 remainder theorem 去揾嘅。Can you get this? Okay, one more. Example 9. Example number 9. 好啦，咁啊，我哋做完一啲即係直接問你嘅嘢，咁跟住咧，大家都估到啦，係嘛？如果通常醒啲嘅話咧，知道下一個階段咧就係保留一啲未知數，但係俾咗一個資料你 ，OK， 叫你列翻條式去到計翻一個未知數出嚟咁樣。咁咧其實個問題嗰個格式係一模一樣嘅。When dividend is divided by divisor, remainder is 10. Find the value of k. Okay, in this division, we have dividend, we have divisor, we have remainder. We do not have quotient, right? And we do not care about the quotient. So we are going to use the remainder theorem like this. Let fx to be x squared plus kx minus 2。我都係想你哋跟翻寫翻 let fx 呢一句嘅 ，OK 得唔得？好，跟住因為今次咧係揾，因為今次係俾咗你嘅資料係 remainder 嚟嘅，我哋自己揾一次 remainder 先 ，OK？ Our remainder is calculated by f number. Okay, what number? Because the divisor is x minus 3. When you do it in the draft, okay, when you put x minus 3 to be 0 in the draft, x will be equal to 3. So the remainder should be calculated by f3. Okay, but what is f3? f3 is calculated by 3 squared plus k times 3 minus 2. So that should be equal to 3k plus 7. Okay, and this is our remainder. But the question tells us that the remainder is equal to 10. So our remainder, 3k plus 7, should be equal to 10. Okay, so 3k is 3 and k is 1. And that is how we can calculate the value of k like this. 得唔得？我哋自己計一次個 remainder 出嚟，不過咧係楞到個未知數 k 嘅，然之後再用我哋自己計出嚟個 remainder 去到等於題目俾我哋嗰個 remainder 嘅數字，就係即係話列咗條式出嚟啦。Okay, and then we can calculate value of k. So now I would like you to do the instant rule number 9. Okay, and that will be the end of this lesson after this.
老師，我想問咧，咁如果我啱啱唔寫咁長啦，我直接 f(x) 等於題目俾個 remainder 得唔得啊？
都得，都得。
唔該，老師。
OK， 係啦，冇錯。嗱，嗰啲 step 其實大家可以 step 可以 skip 嘅，係啦。OK， 咁啊你唔 sure 嘅話，你可以問一問我，得唔得？咁就我通常咧都會即係盡量 detail 啲，同埋咧切碎啲嘅咁樣樣。好，呢度俾1分鐘時間你做啦。 If you have done, you may check the answers。有冇困難呢一部分？嗱，我相信如果大家一路跟住嚟聽嘅話咧，咁應該呢一部分真係從來未試過有任何學生真係有困難嘅。OK， 咁啊，即係除非你即係突然間遊咗暈咁樣嘅啫。OK， 咁但係如果你遊咗暈都唔怕嘅，即係講真，你 play 翻一次 OK，YouTube OK， 跟住你聽翻一次咧，一定明㗎啦，呢度冇可能唔明嘅呢個。好唔 OK？Make sure 你真係明咗佢啊，呢度得唔得？有冇其他問題？有冇遇到困難？計算上面困難？OK，咁如果冇嘅話咧，我哋今日到呢度先。咁我哋聽日會繼續講呢一個 remainder theorem 嘅。OK，so that's the end of this lesson, and you may leave now. Goodbye。
老師，我哋 M1 係咪出完去之後再入翻嚟？
係啦，喂，係喎，M1 嗰度咧，我上次話咧，本身諗住今日係有一個 test 嘅，咁但係咧，因為你都係琴日先考完試咁樣，我又唔想即係逼得你哋太緊，咁所以咧個 test 咧可能下個禮拜先做，你哋 O 唔 OK 啊？你温咗未啊？其實
未啊。
咁我今日教書先好冇？
好。
OK，好，咁我出咗去先啦，因為我要嗰個錄影嘅。